you need to exchange addresses or phone numbers or anything, we'll do that after the recording is turned off. All right. Today's date is September 13th, 2021. In Gray County, Texas, I call cause number 38950 in the interest of the Zamudio children. What says the state?
The state's ready, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Estrada. Present by audio and video is Mary Zamudio. Are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Also present by audio and video is Eric Zamudio. Are you ready, sir?
Yes.
All right. Ms. Estrada, would you please announce the agreement?
Thank you. The parties have reached an agreement in the suit for modification to modify the current child support to $448 a week. I'm sorry, $448 a month, starting September 1st, 2021. Medical support will be set at $162 a month and dental support at $18 a month, also starting September 1st. Child support and medical support arrears will be confirmed as of August 31st, 2021. And I'd like to, at this time, as part of that, offer as State's Exhibit 1, a copy of the payment record.
Admitted as State's number 1.
Thank you. And the payments on the child support arrears will be set at $50 a month starting November 1st, and the medical support arrears shall be paid at $25 a month starting September 1st. The amount of child support arrears, I'm sorry, Regan.
Go ahead.
It is $2,017.30 as of August 31st, 2021. The medical support arrears are $1,627.89. Also as of August 31st, 2021. And Ms. Zamudio will continue to provide private health and dental insurance through her employer. I believe that concludes the parties' agreement.
All right. Ms. Zamudio, is that in fact what you're agreeing to today?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is it in the best interest of your children?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Zamudio, is that your agreement today?
Yes.
And you also think it's in the best interest of the children?
Yes.
All right. I'm waiving court costs on this matter since the parties were able to work so hard and reach an agreement. Ms. Estrada is going to prepare that order for my signature. I do approve your agreement. There is a period of 3 business days during which anybody can request a new hearing. If you do that, you get a new hearing in front of Judge Vanderpool, and he would start over, make his own decision. But if nobody does that, this order starts to become final, and you should get a copy of it either by mail or email. I'd say within the next 2 weeks. If you don't get one, call the AG's office in Amarillo and remind them to send you one. All right?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you all for your patience. Thank you for working so hard, and I appreciate you being here today.
Thank
Thank
you.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Judge Sundstrom, I need to do another special setting docket just for one case right quick with Ochiltree.
Okay.
I believe that Ms. Castro has a default ready, or I guess actually an order, but I will
Defaulting the CP, yes.
I will log back in as soon as I possibly can.
Okay, thanks, Ms. Estrada.
Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Foister.
Yes, Your Honor. We'd like to proceed to a default hearing for Ms. Hinton's case with Mr. Hartman.
All right, we're still recording, so we'll go right into that.
Thank you,
All
Your
right.
Honor.
Today's date is September 13th, 2021. In Gray County, Texas, I call cause number 40313 in the interest of Braxton James Hartman. What says the state?
Your Honor, Teresa DePoyster, Assistant Attorney General for the Office of the Attorney General, Child Support Division. The state would like to proceed to a default hearing today. This case is an economic paternity case, and I would like to call Mackenzie Hinton as a witness.
All right, I take judicial notice of the contents of the court's file available to me through Research Texas, which indicate that Trevor Hartman was served with notice of these proceedings back on July 14th. 2021. There has been no appearance on behalf of Mr. Hartman. This hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. and it's now approximately 10 a.m. I'm allowing them, the AG, to proceed to default. Ms. Hinton, would you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, Mr. Poyster.
Thank you, Your Honor. Are you Mackenzie Alex Hinton?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is that how you say your middle name?
Alex, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you have a son, Braxton James Hartman.
Correct.
And who is his father?
Trevor Hartman.
Okay. Is that Trevor Blake Hartman?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you guys were together at the time that Braxton was born. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you both signed an acknowledgement of paternity stating that you were Braxton's parents. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. At the hospital.
Okay. And then did you guys separate a couple of months after that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And that goes to a couple of different issues. The first one is that, are you requesting that your information not be released in the order or to Mr. Hartman?
Yes, ma'am.
And we have requested from the court what's called non-disclosure in the court order. And I'm going to ask you to tell the court a little bit about what's going on there and why we're requesting that. But as a preface to that, let me ask you if you know the whereabouts of Trevor today.
He's in the Donley County Jail as of right now
And how long has he been in the Donley County Jail?
for about a month and a half.
And do you know what he's in there for?
He ran from the cops. He did not have a driver's license, and he was also speeding. As far as I know, those are three of the only things I can think of. He
Okay.
also has 3 warrants out for his arrest and defense.
Mackenzie, you're a little garbled sounding, so just try to speak into your microphone and speak slowly, or a little more slowly.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay.
He didn't have a driver's license. He was speeding, and he also ran from the police. He also has 3 warrants out for his arrest before he got put in jail that I knew of. I found out after we had split. So
And do you know what those warrants are for?
I have no idea. I just know they're in Oregon, Illinois, and I believe Michigan.
And so at the time that he was, when you got separated, did he go to another state?
For a very faint time, I believe his father was in Michigan and came and got him for, I think, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Okay. And so do you know how long it looks like that he will be incarcerated?
I have no idea. I called the jail the other day and I asked them when his hearing would be, and they said that they did not know. As of right now, it looks like he's going to be doing at least 10 more months.
At least 10 more months. Okay. And, and do you have some indication or some reason to believe that he might be going to prison?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, for the simple fact that he has done a lot of things in his youth as well as recently, that is not legal at all. I think he was also under the influence of drugs when he got pulled over and ran. So I do not think that he will be coming out of jail anytime.
And have you spoken with him at all since he's been in?
No, ma'am, I have not. He wrote me a letter once, but I did not respond.
Okay. And so as far as the non-disclosure goes, then part of why you want non-disclosure is because of all these charges he has, but are there other reasons that you do not want him to have your information?
Yes, ma'am. So right after we had split, He broke into my house like at least twice. One right after we had a huge snowstorm. And then one time after I had went to my parents for a couple days because I was scared after kicking him out, he busted a phone and left it on my porch and told me to look out my window. He also tried to kill himself in front of me and my child. And he also broke a glass TV over my child's head when he was not even 2 months old.
Was there an injury to Braxton for that?
No, because I had him in a sling and he was in a blanket.
Okay. And do you feel like that Mr. Hartman would be a danger to you or to your child?
Yes, ma'am. Prior to us having Braxton, he did slap me in front of a bunch of people very, very hard and the local also. My sister was also a witness to that, and so was her boyfriend at the time. And he has very bad anger issues. His whole family had told me that prior, and I just never saw it until, recently, and him slapping me and doing a bunch of that stuff. But he stopped me for multiple months after we split up. He would go to my house randomly. He wouldn't leave. I had to make a police report finally for him not to come to my house. And if he would have stepped foot on the property I was living at, he would have been arrested then. And I let that be known. So.
And have you moved?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so two issues, of course, the non-disclosure, but then the second issue being if this violence occurred within the last 2 years, which I believe you're telling me it did.
Yes.
Are you asking the court to deny visitation to Mr. Hartman?
Yes, ma'am. And not only that, but I gave him previous times. I have text messages proving where he said he wanted nothing to do with the child. And then I have text messages of me inviting him to come see him and him never wanting to FaceTime his child, see him in person. So either way, I feel like it's not going to mess him up at all. Like, he had the chances to go see him and he never did.
Okay, so we'll be asking the judge to make a finding of domestic violence within the last 2 years. Okay. All right. And then, so are you asking the judge to appoint you as the managing conservator for Braxton?
Yes.
And are you asking that you be the party designated to determine primary resident?
Yes, ma'am.
He's not feeling well either, Judge. So he has the brontosaurus cough that my two of my grandkids have. So. Okay. And how is Braxton covered by health insurance?
He currently has Medicaid. I have to renew it at the end of this month, so I will be doing that. But he also has WIC. It was kind of hard there for a minute for me being a single mom, so I did decide to get on WIC and get that help that I needed. So.
And you understand that if he's incarcerated and we're not aware of any income that he has while he's incarcerated, that we would have to set current child support and current medical support reimbursement to zero. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And are you okay with that?
Yes, ma'am.
And after you guys separated, then have you been separated for about 7 months? Is that about how long?
Yes, ma'am. We split
And
up
so-
when my child was about 2 months old and he was about to turn 8 years old.
Okay. And how long has Mr. Hartman been incarcerated now?
About a month and a half.
So during the time that he was not incarcerated, did he provide any financial assistance to you for the benefit of Braxton?
He only provided when I would ask him, like, hey, I'm running out of food, like I need help. And I would talk to his parents about it because he would not give me money by himself. His parents had to talk him into giving me money to support him, my child, and myself. So.
And do you know about how much it was that he did give you?
Not at the moment, but I can get the receipt. Probably around $500 tops for all of Braxton's life.
Okay. And so if we were to calculate retroactive support for the periods of time that he was not incarcerated and give him credit for the money that he did provide, are you okay with taking a retroactive judgment in the amount of $800 for support that he should have paid?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you okay with if we ask the judge to set a payment of $100 a month for that retroactive?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you believe that's in Braxton's best interest?
Yes, ma'am. As a child who's growing very, very rapidly, as you can probably hear, he eats more, he needs bigger diapers, he's always throwing out of clothes. You know, I'm trying to help my mother. Her mom died. She has my only other sibling, my youngest sibling, still in the house. Her and my dad are splitting, so I'm trying to help her as well as, you know, support me and my child.
Gotcha. Okay. Was there anything else you needed? Oh, bless his heart. Anything else you needed to tell me, or any questions you have for me or the judge?
As of right now, no, ma'am, I do not.
Okay. Nothing further, Your Honor. The state would rest and close.
All right. Well, based on the testimony and the evidence before me, then I do find that Trevor Hartman is the legal and biological father of Braxton and establish him as a parent for all purposes, all legal purposes. And I am appointing Ms. Hinton as the sole managing conservator. I do find that there is a history of family violence, and I decline to appoint Ms. as a conservator or to award him any visitation. I'm granting the retroactive child support judgment of $800 to be paid at $100 per month, October 1st. And I'm assessing court costs against Mr. Hartman due in a year. Is there any other relief I need to address?
No, Your Honor, I believe that's covered it. Thank you.
I'm granting the non-disclosure.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Hinton, as soon as you and the baby and everybody is well, I've got a job for you. I want you to investigate the local widow shelter and work with them to develop what they call a safety plan.
Okay.
So that when Mr. Hartman is released, or if his family starts causing any kind of trouble, you have a plan in effect to protect you and the baby and your future family. Okay?
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
And Ms. Hinton, thank you so much for appearing today. I hope you and the baby recover very quickly. I appreciate your patience today as well, too. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Your county attorney, if you're in Texas, the county attorney can also help you get a protective order, and they're in your local courthouse.
All righty. Thank you so much.
All right. Good luck to you and the baby.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Your Honor, if I could go in with Monica.
Yes, you should be able to do that, but I'll move you in there.
Which room is she in, Judge?
Room 2.
Oh, okay. But I can. Okay.
Shelley, Steve Bird called and I don't know what he wanted. How are you doing this morning? I answered the phone and he said he'd call back. Busy docket day. But I think after this, we have a couple at 10:30 and they're